Alright guys, so we're going to try and go into the Waterstones. I'm not sure what this line is for, but I hope I don't have to wait in it. Hey everyone, so we're in the Waterstones cafe at the moment, the one in Piccadilly Circus. I was hoping to sit in the cafe upstairs where they have a seating where you can overlook the books and stuff, but it was closed, so I had to settle with the downstairs cafe. It's alright, but there's no windows and stuff, but it was still writing a personal statement, specifically this last week, and I don't think I've said this yet, but I'm thinking about it, but not 100% sure. For next year, 2026, I want to apply for a master's. There's 2 degrees that I'm looking at. One is in, they're both in King's College London, and one of them is in the microbiome, and the other one is in psychiatry and neuroscience in the mind-body interface. As you know, I've been doing a lot of reading. These masters, they're very niche and they're very new. King's is accepting that they said they're going to consider people with a 2-2. So my personal statement ready for the microbiome one. I've been working on that. I've just spent the last half hour rereading it, and I would like to read you something. Opening, at our current crossroads, there seems to be one singular breadcrumb which constantly makes itself apparent to us, that continuously implores us to notice its clues and trails. The microbiome, a vague term that's embedded itself across recent scientific literature, a thread woven around seemingly distant and unrelated areas of biology, like a figure dressed in black at every crime scene of medical understanding, a witness present that knows something we don't, putting itself in harm's way by being out in the open, to make itself known, as if a voice of consciousness pulls us forward, inviting us to an alchemic understanding that can transform how we take care of ourselves, each other and the world. I'm particularly proud of that last line, and just because I am really proud of it, I want to read you the closing bit of it as well. So here it goes. So, not only do I believe I have the skills and aptitude, but more importantly, the genuine care and curiosity. We must change faster than our diseases, and I am convinced that understanding how the body systems dance with each other will be our best asset. I believe that starts with understanding how inseparable our microbiomes are to us. Once I have an academic grounding in the subject, my wish is to work within the government to inform policies which ensure the application of our understanding of medicine. I got into physics because I was deeply interested in the unification field theory, which combines the 4 fundamental forces of the universe together. Similarly, I want to study the amalgamation
equidistant, so grown up,
of the microbiome and the body. You may say I have a thing for bringing things together. Ultimately, that is what I want to do with all my work, bring people together. I want to have a knock-on effect on the economy, mental health, healing family relationships, and in some sense, the amount of love in the world. Through this degree at KCL, I want to confront the problems afflicting our society voluntarily, intentionally, and with love and compassion, because there is truly more to us than the problems that afflict us. I was really proud of that, so yeah. Alright, so today I wanted to do a walk around London, so we're walking away from Piccadilly Circus, and this right here is Hatchard's. It's another big bookstore, and just over there is Fortnum and Mason's. I've always heard of it. It's like a gift store, but they have like nice decorations and stuff. I feel like I'm in Home Alone. Alright, so just popped into a random Pret-a-Manger to get some, to get a hot drink because my throat is really sore, I'm really ill. I was trying to look for some food, but I couldn't think of any place near, and I just want to go for a walk and go home. So if I see anything interesting, I'll show you guys, okay? But yeah, hot chocolate, so let's go. It's the Ritz. It's in Hugh Grant movie. Alright, so we're in Green Park, and this is kind of like what I wanted to see. I just wanted to see some autumn. I haven't really seen much autumn, so I'm very happy. The autumn, you can't really see it from that side, but like, it's really nice, so yeah. And there's still some leaves on the ground. I thought because it's November, it would be kind of late, but it's not, so. And just through here we have Buckingham Palace. Oh, it's not focusing, hold on. There we go. What's up guys? I completely forgot I was meant to be vlogging today, but I'm literally outside Tottenham Court Road. Very busy. Oh gosh. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the camera around. As you can see, very busy. You can see some of the Christmas lights in the distance as well. But yeah, just gonna head into the station now. Hope you can kind of get the London vibe. But I was waiting today, closing today, so finish around 11:30. Done a lot of mopping and hoovering and stuff like that. So one of the really nice things about my job is that sometimes people, there's already a service charge on the bill, but sometimes people tip extra. And it's not so much the tip, but it's just like, it's such a nice thing when someone gives that extra, because it's to leave that. So I got this today, which was super nice. The people who were there were really nice, and I think they were just happy to be there, to be honest. But last week there was 2 different people who gave me each a £5 note, who left a £5 note on the table, and honestly, it's a lot of money as well. Like, to just instantly get that on top of everything is excellent. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice, you know. It's like someone giving you a compliment. Last week it was nice because literally these 2 people, they just left. They were so like stoic about it, and then when I got there, I saw like this one, and I was like, oh my god, that's so nice. And I was feeling a little bit down that day, so to see that really uplifted my spirits. And then someone else. So that was last week, and that was really nice. And obviously I got one today, but honestly, it's just a nice thing, isn't it? It's just a nice thing. Hey guys, so it's about 15 past midnight. I just got off, but that I haven't actually said what I was doing. Like I said, I'm waiting, but the last video was me looking for jobs. I went to a certain place and I was waiting for the trial shift. I didn't hear back from them from a week. I carried on sending CVs anyways. I was sending CVs. And I actually went to this other place, and I went to a trial shift with another place. And that other place, they offered me a job immediately. Like immediately after the trial shift, she said that she was going to take me. But then literally like a week later, my training was about to start for this place. And then the other guy got back to me, and he said that the one who I thought that they didn't want me. And he said that, hey, look, man, we want to take you. And, you know, it was a while, and I was already geared up to accept the other place. And I thought about it, and the other place, they did pay a lot more. They paid significantly a lot more. And not only that, I felt that with this other place, the shift pattern, it worked more efficiently with me, because I only want to work part-time, so it worked a lot more efficiently with me. It was with a really heavy heart that I had to send an email to the other lady and be like, hey, you know, I'm gonna go with someone else. So they accepted me, they planned a training, and I was about to go the next day. Then these guys got back to me. You know, like, it wasn't my fault. Like, you know, I still take some responsibility for it, and of course I feel bad. I felt terrible about sending the email. Just ask Arian. The point is that I'm working at this new place now, and it's pretty cool. It's been quite hectic recently. It's been very busy. Halloween, half term, it's been crazy, and we even broke some company records, but it's been really busy. But I do really like the job. You know, I like being a waiter. I like, you know, taking the orders from people. I like looking after them, because I feel like I look after people well. I'm not just like, hi, how are you? But like, I actually mean it when I say it, you know? I feel like I'm in a romantic comedy from like the early 2000s. You know, there's always like a waiter, like Zune waitering, and always like working so hard and stuff. You know, it's like and it's like in central London as well. It's like in Tottenham Court Road. You can't get any more central. It's not like a big business, it's a small business. So it's very like, the structure is not a high structure, it's a low structure. You know, I see like the boss, I see the people who run it, and yeah, everyone's nice. We work as a team. We have like these team meetings in the morning. There's this one guy in the kitchen, he's from Hong Kong. I spoke to him when I was having my break one time, and yeah, we get free food, which is just awesome. My shifts are quite long. My shifts are like, 10, 11 hours. Like but it's okay. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have a job. It is really hard. And obviously, I do come home quite late. Sunday, we do like a deep clean. And on Sunday, the trains aren't working. The first Sunday, we didn't finish till so late. And I had such a bad reaction to it. I was like, how am I going to get home? Like, I was panicking, even though it wasn't really a big deal. I ended up taking the night bus home all the way from central London, all the way to here. And then from here, there's like a bit of a walk, like half an hour walk. But it's okay. It's only one day a week. And I think I'm okay to suck it up. It's not the best, but it's okay. And it's a good job. And I like it and I enjoy it. And yeah, I do feel like I'm in a romantic comedy, Like, it's that type of vibe, like being a waiter. And not like the romantic comedies they make now. I'm talking like the good ones, like in like 2000 to like 2005 or like from 1995. Like that era. There's a service charge in there, but they said that they don't pay the service charge till next month. Asked my mum about that, and even she said at work, like if there's like a bonus or something, normally that comes a month after. So hopefully that will be really nice. I mean, hi guys. So I'm just at this cafe about 5 minutes away from my workplace. It's really nice. I like the vibe of it. Like on the main road of Tottenham Court Road. So what I normally do is I get a coffee and I like to do like half an hour of work before I start my shift. Yeah, I feel good. It regulates me. It's good for my mental health and stuff like that. And yeah, normally I would be writing, but today I'm going to be doing the personal statement, which I got a send off. I've actually been procrastinating about it a lot, but I think I just gotta like just do it. And like, cause I'm proud with what it sounds like, and I think I just kind of like gotta buckle down and do it, and just take action and just stop procrastinating and just go ahead with it. I don't know, maybe I might run it past her, but I think I just need to buckle down and just send it as well. Just do that. So anything else I forgot to mention? No, I just gotta buckle down and do it. It's now time to head to my shift. I got a double shift today. But yeah, like I said, that half an hour of just sitting down, just having coffee, I wasn't even that productive today, but just the idea of me doing something else and work, it just makes me feel a lot better. Like even today, I didn't have my authenticator app, so I couldn't really do much. But even just like sitting down for like 10, 15 minutes even, it just makes a hell of a lot of a difference to how I feel and my mood and stuff like that. So that's good. About that, I kind of just got to do it. I kind of got to stop procrastinating and just take action, and stop overthinking it and stop like, oh, is it good? What if they don't accept? Just send it. So it's very small, but this is our little staff room. It's very cozy. I love it. Hold on. Yeah, there's literally not much. See, it's so small, but it's cool. It's cool. Like I said, it's really like a romantic comedy, this kind of place that you see in like those romantic comedy movies. And like there's a scene where they're at the lockers, you know what I'm saying? Hi guys, so I'm just on my break at the moment. I just had some really good food, so I'm really full. My belly is happy, but it was busy half shift, so But yeah, just gonna sit down and probably watch some reels. I think the cafe looks so much better at night where it's like all lit up and it's like a warm light as well. Good morning everyone, or should I say good afternoon. I have a cup of tea here and I just woke up, which isn't the best thing in the world, but Anyway, a test that I done online, they finally assessed the results. So this is a graduate scheme, basically, and as those who are applying for graduate schemes know, there is a lengthy process. A lot of them want you to take online tests, tests. There's like a 7-step process. This is actually a government graduate scheme. It's for the Houses of Parliament. It's a Houses of Parliament clerk. The role is clerk, but it's a graduate scheme for that, and it's part of the fast stream service. I applied for that. I done an online test, and they didn't get back to me, so I was like so scared. I was like, what went wrong? But they just sent me an email now saying they've assessed our results. I wanted to apply for this role because I was thinking about what I want to do in the future, what I want to do as my career. And if I do a master's, what am I going to do after that, right? And I really got to start thinking about it, because what sort of jobs would I do good in? And I was like, stuff like in the corporate world, in terms of like banking, in terms of like, working in like the city kind of place, accounting and stuff like that. Not that I would do a bad job, I think other people would be better at it than me. Whilst I feel like with something like politics, for example, I feel like that could play at my strengths. And also, like, as part of my journey, I kind of understood that if you want to change everything around you, if you want to change, whether it's your family, the community, or the world, it has to start with you. That's just a personal thing that I found out to be true for myself, at least. If you want to make changes in the world around you, you have to rectify what's within yourself first. There's no change in the world if you haven't changed yourself. So there's actually that quote by Rumi in the cafe the other day that says, I wanted to change the world yesterday, but now I want to change myself today. Anyway, but the point is, I feel like I've rectified everything within myself, at least what I'm aware of now. I feel like I've done a lot of work. I've been honest with myself. I've had difficult conversations. I've done all the hard things that I need to do. And then it's kind of like, okay, you've rectified what's with yourself. What are you going to give to the world now? And I think that I could do a lot of good in the Houses of Parliament, in politics and something like that. I'm good at like listening. I'm good at speaking. I'm good at understanding the world. And like communicating and listening, and really listening to people. Anyway, politics aside, too much politics is not good, it stresses you out. Anyway, kind of like bugs you, what kind of like sticks out to you, what catches your attention, that tells you something about what you find compelling in the world. You have to kind of like, to a degree, obviously with context, but you have to kind of like pursue that, because if something grabs your attention, there's a reason why it grips your attention, and you got to figure out why, and if it's a good thing, if it's a bad thing. Anyway, got the results, and I'm going to check it live for you. So we've assessed your results. You need to sign back into view your results. I've been wanting to apply to graduate schemes, and this is one of the graduate schemes I've been applying for. I remember when I was at Polity at university, there was this guy who said he was a parliamentary assistant, and he was always involved in the Houses of Parliament. So I thought, okay, like it just came to my mind one day, and then I searched up like Houses of Parliament graduate schemes, and it came up. So I was like, okay, cool. Ooh, okay. Unfortunately, we've assessed your results, and you have been unsuccessful this time. Visit the civil service jobs for more opportunities with us. So I was unsuccessful. No worries. That's a bummer, but that happens. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you because, like, obviously, I just got the email now and I thought it'd be nice part of the vlog, so. Yeah, so you have like this long application stage. So you got to fill in your application form, and then you got to take the online test. And then here it says like blah, blah, blah. But then they would have additional information, and then there's like a final stage as well. So yeah, look, bummer, obviously unsuccessful that time. It isn't great, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that, there still isn't an opportunity for you. Like, there'll be this opportunity, but then you can access, like, say, for example, the Houses of Parliament through a different axes. So, like, this was through the civil service to be a clerk, but there's, I'm sure if you search around, say, for example, you could join offices that are associated with it. Like, there's many different ways to get into it. Yeah, you just got to keep applying to all these graduate schemes, all these places. And yeah, if you're determined, you always find a way, so. Today we are in Holborn. The reason why we are in Holborn today is the same reason I didn't show any waitering business on Sunday. Let's just suffice to say that there's been a problem with my job. I don't know what's going to happen because of it, but I thought it would be wise to like start looking for a new job. So I have an interview today, which I was quite proud about because it meant that there's still a market out there and people are still hiring. So I felt great about that. Yeah, so I'm going for an interview today. Funny thing is that they didn't actually accept the interview yet. They just said that they want to do it Tuesday or Wednesday, and I said okay, I'll come Tuesday, and they still haven't responded. So I'm gonna see, we'll see where this goes. So the guy told me to go down here to go to another building, and I'm to wait for another guy, but he offered me a coffee, which was really nice of him, and he wished me good luck as well, which was cool. So yeah. Hi guys, so just finished that interview. It was cool. He didn't really ask me that many questions. He just kind of like explained how what the company is, how they run things, and then he scheduled a trial shift for me, and that was really awesome. He sent me a message saying, would you like an interview for Tuesday or Wednesday? And I sent a message back to him saying, yes, I can come Tuesday, Wednesday. And he didn't get back to me. I was expecting him to come back to me this morning, but he didn't. I kept checking the thing, but I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna go anyway. I'm just gonna go anyway. I thought he would have sent me a message by then. I was like, I'm here for an interview at 11, and he said, are you supposed to speak to Iran? And then I was like, yeah. And then he was like, did he tell you to come here or to the other building? And then he told me to come here. Well, he checked his laptop and basically like he struggled to find me. So maybe you could say I was a bit worried there. But then he found me and he said, oh, I haven't sent their invite yet. But I think he was more concerned about him having my information for him to send to me more than anything. So I'm glad I took the risk and the opportunity of coming here. He could have told me to bugger off, but you know, took the risk. So that's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. So I literally found this hidden little cafe. There's ordering coffee there. It's like a cafe garden and it's next to this big building. That's pretty cool, huh? It's autumn. Guys, you see this street? It kind of reminds me of Paris. I don't know. Alright guys, so we're at LSE. I was just walking by and I was like, I've never been to LSE campus because I saw the signs, and there is the infamous upside down earth thingy. Alright ladies and gents, so once again we have reached the River Thames. Over there is the Savoy Hotel, and I have come from this way, straight from King's Cross. And yeah, there's a little park here. It's really cool. And so we are walking down Chancery Lane to Fleet Street. This is for my trial shift of hopefully my new job. One really nice thing. Oh, that's a nice cafe over there. I might go to that one day. Anyway, yesterday I also got an email from this other place, this other really nice cafe. I did actually apply to before, and they got back to me and they said, hey, we'd like to call you at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Now, a few things have happened. So the place that I currently work at now have sent me a letter in response to my email, basically saying they're going to review my probation, which says a lot of words, but it basically means that's the easiest thing for them to do. It's like a meeting tomorrow, and they want me to attend to it and discuss it. They said, like, if you don't go to that, you're just going to get fired. So I'm thinking of going to it just because, like, you know, this isn't my first rodeo, as they say. You know, I've seen things like these happen before, and I don't want to be annoying about it, but I just want to make sure that if they are going to pull something like this, that it's not so easy for them. Like, you can't just send an email and I'm going to go away, you know. Like, I want to put up a bit of resistance, not just for me, but for like other people as well. Like, obviously I'm not doing this so that other people are like say anything, because they want their jobs as well, but I just want to go into them and I want to get them to like kind of like look me in the eye and like, okay, if you are going to do it, at least like look me in the eye and do it. If you're going to come up with these reasons, at least tell them to my face. You know, my mum said not to be argumentative or whatnot, but like, I'm like a different man now. It's like when Doctor Who regenerates, he's like a new person. You know, like that's like me with like boundaries and stuff like that. So I'll go in there, I'll be like, hey, you know, can you explain this? This isn't right. We have to walk all the way down to Fleet Street to get to the trial shift. Hopefully it goes well. It's 4 hours. I feel like this entire year, it's like the universe has been asking me, like, what are you worth? How much do you value yourself? What do you think of yourself? Like, it keeps asking me, like, what am I worth? But it does that by putting me in these situations where it's not what I say, it's what I do. It's like what my actions are. Like, you know, we're going to put you in a situation where you're not given your worth, and we're going to see what you do to see if you really believe it for yourself. So, you know, I'm hoping that, like, you know, me getting a job straight afterwards is going to be me like looking for something better, looking for a place that values me, you know, and that goes for places, people. So hopefully I do get another job, but that doesn't mean I'm not going down without a fight. So we'll check out this trial shift. Also, this is a King's College library as well. So anyway, yeah. It just occurred to me that my hair is a little bit messed up. Just trying to fix it before I go. Hey guys, what's up? So as you can see, it's raining. As you can also see, it's very corporate. These are the offices. Yeah, you can see it there. Okay, awesome. Just finished my trial shift. It went well. It went really chill. They arranged for me to go back there tomorrow to like a different cafe, and then I'm going to speak to the guy there. I was hoping that I could, you know, have that certainty if I got a job now, but obviously, no, that's okay. I'll come back tomorrow and we'll see where it goes from there. I could do with a shawarma right about now. Good morning everyone. Trial shift number 2. Let's go get that job. Hello everyone. So we are in a shawarma place. Sorry, I literally can't think right now. Maybe I need some food. I've had no food like literally. So much has happened. It's about 12 o'clock. I just had my trial shift. After my trial shift, like, I didn't know if the guy was gonna come or if he wasn't gonna come. So I was there, and then I went to the toilet. And then when I came out the toilet, they said that the guy came and that I missed him. And the staff told him that I left. So then I waited there. I sent him a few texts. He didn't reply. So after like 5 minutes, like, I called him. Then he picked up, and then he did come back. And I got the job. Like I said, I think he's recruiting a lot of people. So he took my email down and he booked a shift for next Thursday, but he just told me. But hopefully that goes well. I also did have another video call chat thing interview today at 2 p.m. and I also have to go back to my current employment place, and I have to go to like a hearing. Discuss my probation. I'm probably not gonna go back to this place that's giving me probation already, but like I said, I don't want them to do this to me, and it's like, it's so easy for them, you know, because I want to question them. I want to be like, these reasons, because it's all like, you know, like silly reasons, like made up reasons, right? And then be like, hey, you know, man, like, I turned down 2 other jobs to accept you guys, and you know, because it's not fair. They're throwing grade 1 manipulation tactics at someone who writes and journals for fun, and someone who's watching a Doctor Who marathon at the moment, who's re-watching Doctor Who. It's not going to be easy for them, the call. But she just sent me a message now and she rescheduled, and she wants to do for Monday, and I can't do Monday. So you see what I'm saying? I just got so much on. I haven't eaten anything as well. So yeah, so call today, but now it's been cancelled, and also the Tribunal. Excellent shawarma. Now it's battle time. Alright guys, so we just finished our interview for the termination of my employment. So it was good. So I went in there, spoke to the manager, and he asked me some questions, you know, saying like, oh, these are all the claims, you know, tell me about them. There was one point where he was like, Jericho, you're throwing big words around here. And in response to that, I said, well, so are you. You're also throwing big words around here. You're throwing words around like termination of employment and probation period. So I said, so are you. There was also another point where he said that, like, Jericho, how comes you're making all of these claims within like one day? Like, did all of this happen on one day? I said the same can be said for you. You're also making assessments on my character based on a very short amount of time. Said that, like, it doesn't matter the time period. If someone's very consistent in, like, being disrespectful to you, then it doesn't matter the time period, because it's like, 5 strikes. It's like 10 strikes. It doesn't matter if it's within an hour or a year. There was one point where he said that, like, oh, one time you made this mistake. I was like, that's not relevant. And then he said, oh, but he said, basically, this is what happened. He said that I'm doing a review of your probation. So, we're considering everything. So I said, yes, hey, that one time, that was a mistake. But so then it was like, Jericho, come on now. And I was like, I'm not going to come in here with a blasé attitude of come on now, when I'm the one whose shifts are being cancelled, who's the one who's being threatened with, termination of employment, who's being sent emails like that, who's being sent, emails that are making assessments of my character that are misleading and whatnot. And then I said, it's very upsetting for me. And then he said, it's very upsetting for me as well. And I think he was being genuine, but I said, yeah, well, you can be upset, but at the end of the day, it's not you who's going to lose your job. It's not you who's going to, have to go and do trial shifts and interviews for all these other things. It was a potent defense. I was proud of myself. He was civil throughout the thing. We both came off very strong, but then, like, at the end, I think he kind of desisted. Like, I'm not trying to say, like, oh, like, I won the argument. I'm not even saying that, but he was like, at the end, he still said, like, oh, I need to make a decision based on everything I've heard here. But, at the end, he was saying things like, like, I need to do my job. And he's saying that, like, I am upset too. And, I think he meant it. I don't even know what that's going to mean, because, like, the other job already accepted me. So I don't know. I was expecting, like, to get fired, but apparently I didn't. I think in the email it had to come across as like a suspension of your employment, but I don't think that's what he actually wanted to do. Or maybe that is what he wanted to do. It's just that I became like, really like strong, really potent. I'm telling you guys, yeah, words are your weapons. Words are your weapons. Yeah, I think I was good. I was reasonably polite, but I did push back when the time needed to. Anyway, we're at River Thames. I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.